Now, over the last few months, I've been able to test the Whitetail Catalyst bibs and jacket from First Lite. I've been able to put it through the ringer in windy conditions, wet conditions, warm and cold, and it really put it to the test. I've been able to really see, what the capabilities of this system are. I've been able to tell when during the whitetail season this system be optimized for me and my style of hunting, and if it is optimized for my style of hunting. And hopefully by the time this video is over, you'll have a good idea if it's a good fit for you too. So let's dive into it. If you don't know me, my name's Mike, the Everyday Bow Hunter. I'm also the owner of archeryhunting.com. I do a lot of these videos. I'll do a lot of reviews. I get my hands on a lot of stuff, and I have an opportunity to test stuff that you probably would not have the opportunity to test, especially when you have companies like First Lite, Sitka, all these different companies that really primarily have all their stuff online, and you don't have an opportunity to go to the stores unless you're in that location where they're based out of. So with that in mind, I'm able then to get a hold of this stuff, put it to the test, and then come back to you and tell you what I think of it. And that's what I did with the First Lite Whitetail Catalyst system here, the bibs and the jacket. And I can tell you right off the bat what I'm looking for here. This is a soft shell system. And why a soft shell? If you're not familiar with soft shell, a soft shell material, mainly polyester, a lot of times paired with nylon and stuff, so they can have that stretch to the to the material and make it very comfortable. But the thing about a soft shell is it is a very smooth material on the top, and what you can basically get from that is it's going to be quiet. It's a quieter material. It's usually breathable. It's also usually very durable, and it has built-in water resistance and wind resistance because of the way the material is in a soft shell. So when you hear soft shell, normally you're going to get at least those basic things out of it. And I've been looking at a couple soft shell systems for the upcoming archery season that I really want to put to the test, but I wanted to go into the season knowing some of these systems really well and getting a feel for them. So I really put them to the test the last couple of months. I turkey hunted in it. I went out and did all kinds of scouting with it. I beat it against a bunch of brush. I really got everything that I wanted to get out of it. Now, I did all these things with this, and I can tell you this, that first and foremost, the soft shell, it comes as advertised. Now, the thing that I did not like initially when I first got this was the fact that it came with bibs only. You see here I'm wearing the bibs. It does not have a pants option with the Whitetail Catalyst system. And initially I was kind of miffed at that and said, I'm not too wild about that setup. But after getting it now and really wearing it quite a bit, I have changed my mind on that because of the functionality. Now, the first thing we'll talk about here is the Whitetail Catalyst bibs from First Lite. And of course it has that soft shell material and very soft, very quiet. You cannot say anything about quiet, but the thing that I found the most is that First Lite put every effort into this to optimize this system for the whitetail hunter. And I'm going to show you why. Everything is meant to be quiet. There's really only one zippered pocket here. And the zipper is kind of noisy, but that's really all you get as far as zippers. There's no rear pockets on the bibs. They have, as part of their kit link system, they have a pocket here at the top that you can put your hands in for warmth, and you can actually go through the jacket's pit zips to put your hands in there. I never really understood that part of it. That's just something that they go for, because this system overall is built for the temperature range of 45 to 60 degrees, and I think that's pretty accurate. I had this out doing some video, climbing my saddle. I got up in a tree and doing some video, and the temperature was about maybe a little below 45, and winds were gusting up to 50 miles an hour. In fact, I had to quit doing what I was doing because the winds were just making my microphone worthless. So, but anyway, because of that, if you look in the video, you see I wasn't uncomfortable. I was very comfortable. In fact, I didn't think about what I was wearing. Really, when I first went out, I was like, how does this feel? Testing this stuff out, but then I got engrossed in the other stuff that I was doing as far as the video with my saddle stuff and everything. And so when you forget about it and you're comfortable, there's a huge plus. Now back to the bibs. You see down here, they're zippered from the waist down, and they have a keeper here on the side, and that's Velcro. It's probably the only thing on these bibs other than that zipper I just talked about, that have any noise to them. And the zipper will go the whole way down, and you can do the same from the bottom, but this basically keeps your zipper intact right here at the top. The only other thing that it has as far as pockets are concerned are down here on the front of the legs, aside from those zippers that go down. And as you can see, these have magnetic enclosures on them, and the magnets are super quiet. There's no noise coming out of these pockets, and the pockets are deep enough to be very functional, just like normal cargo pockets on pants that you've probably worn before. But that magnetic touch to it, unless I let it drop here, that's forcing it to be noisy. So extremely quiet. Overall, the pants, the bibs here, very, very flexible, able to move in them. And the thing that I come back to when I'm talking about how I grew into liking the bibs is because there were times when I got a little warmer and I took the jacket off and I just had this configuration on, and it kept me warm enough just with the bibs like this because of how much coverage you get up over your waist here. And you get that coverage, and it allows you to stay functional, warm, and you don't need anything else. And if you do, you throw the jacket back on. You can put a layer on if it gets colder. You can put a layer on here and then put the jacket on over top of that. The bibs have plenty of room in here for layers. So if you get colder temperatures, you can carry it into colder weather that goes lower than that 45-degree temp and layer up a little bit. So that's what I really, really like about it. As far as dislikes, I really don't have many dislikes other than I think the Velcro over here is something that kind of bothers me. I kind of wish that maybe, would a magnetic enclosure there too have made it better, or would that not have been strong enough to hold that zipper in place here? I don't know. That's just one of the things I found. The only other thing is that measuring it out, not a problem, but the clips here, you do have the ability to make noise on those, right? Of course, I don't know how you get around that. So anyway, that's the bibs in a nutshell. I will turn around here for you. Now, one of the things I didn't talk about is I am 5'8", 185 pounds, well, maybe 190 pounds right now. And I have a medium-sized bib on. The jacket, as I'm going to show you here, is a large. So those are the sizes I'm using. Fit very well. They talk about it having an athletic fit, and I believe that's the case. It does have a more athletic fit. You have the functionality in the crotch where you're not binding up in your legs. When you really get that fit down here and get your sizing right with the bibs, you really get that functionality from a pant and the flexibility of a pant with the benefits of a bib. So I think that's what I really, really came to like. Do I still wish they had a pair of pants instead of bibs? Yeah, probably. I'm just a pant guy, not as much as a bib guy. More bibs as it gets colder, and I guess that's where you can transition this. But when it's earlier season and those temps are around 60, I think I probably would have preferred a pant. Just saying. Now, let's dig into the jacket a little bit. And before I put it on, we'll talk about some basic features here that the jacket has that I think are good, especially when it comes to layering. Now for the hood, what they've done as a bow hunter, what they've done is made sure that it is short enough that it does, and I'll show you here in a minute, it does not come past your face so that you can get your anchor point and not obstruct your vision when you're looking for deer and stuff. So it's really good on that. It's removable. So when you do layer this and you say, hey, I want to layer with this, but how can I layer with it if it's got a hood on it? Well, the hood is removable. It's got snaps here and zippers. You can take it off. So that's a great thing. You can remove that, and then when you layer over top of it with a heavier jacket, you have that capability. Now, just like the bibs, this is fleece lined. It's got that fleece lining inside it, and both the bibs and the jacket have what's called the 37.5 active particle technology that First Lite has in a lot of their whitetail gear and other gear. It helps you wick sweat away, thermoregulate, which means keeping your core body temperature in there and keeping things regulated, and being able to wick that sweat away effectively. But also part of wicking your sweat and stuff away effectively is it absorbs into the jacket, into the bibs, and it holds the odor there, and it does not release your odor until the garments are washed. So that's part of their scent control deal with their 37.5 technology, and I think that's a great feature. Have I had great opportunity to test that? Yes, I've sweated my ass off in this stuff, and I think it really, really works. Now, that being said, you're never going to get rid of your scent completely. So if you come up here and you're sniffing and you smell some body odor in your jacket, you just sweat it out. That's getting nitpicky there, but it really does minimize it quite a bit. So I'm really impressed with that. Now, as a whole here, and let me throw the jacket on. Now, as I was saying, as a whole here, you're going to find that the jacket is very well optimized for bow hunting. It's got 2 pockets up here, chest pockets. Both are very roomy. Got a lot of room in there to put your phone, whatever, rangefinder over here in this pocket, however you want to do it. What they've done with keeping the material close to your arm here for when you draw your bow and stuff is fantastic. It's very tight, and you got some elastic in there as well to keep things tight against your arm. I think that's really good. You can see you draw your bow and really be able to move around in this. And with that soft shell material, you're not getting any noise. It is very quiet. This whole setup is extremely quiet. So I think First Lite has done everything that you want from a mid-season setup like this. You have a lot of quietness, you have scent control, you have highly wind resistance, highly wind resistant, and highly water resistant. I'm gonna go into that. I wore this turkey hunting, and first day of turkey hunting, it rained like crazy. So it might as well have been a raincoat. I sat out in the rain with this and hunted for a few hours up till noon. You can only hunt till noon the first day here in Pennsylvania. And I was dry. Real happy so far with the Whitetail Catalyst stuff. Holding up really good. You wouldn't think first day of turkey here in May that you'd have to wear some warmer stuff, and the Whitetail Catalyst jacket has that DWR protection, handling the rain that's been kind of on and off all morning long. Dry, completely dry, and the inside of this was completely dry. It held up great. I considered it basically a rain setup. I did not have any problems at all with this. I think it worked out fantastic for that. It was actually a cold day. I don't think the temperatures got above 50. We had some decent winds here and there. I don't think it was anything above 20 miles an hour, but it did a great job. And once again, I didn't think about it. So that's something to think about with this stuff, if that's what you're looking for in a mid-season garment. I definitely think it's not as warm as you would want to go down below 45. If you're going to go below 45 degrees with this stuff, you're going to end up layering. It's just how it is. It's just how it is. It is meant to be. It is a thin soft shell. It's not super thick. It's keeping it tight against your body, allows you to move a lot, gives you that warmth you need in the mid-season, and I think it really works well. Now, I'll show you what I meant about the hood as far as for bow hunting. You can see here the hood does not come out very far and allows you to draw your bow, hit your anchor point without having any obstruction, and allows you to see very well. Does it have a negative side to that? If it rains, yeah, if you have a ball cap on underneath this, you're going to be good to go. Your ball cap's going to get wet, but that's just the nature of the beast, right? So overall, you have a lot of great features here. Now, this has more zippers on it than the Bibs do. See down here, the pockets are zippered. Everything here has tape seams to it. I talk about the wind resistance and water resistance. The seams are taped and really tighten things up. So they're really big on that. Even in the Bibs here, there's double layering where the zipper goes. So you have that coverage as well. It's covering where the zipper is. So you at least get that coverage for wind and water resistance. So I think that's a great thing. As I talked about before, it does have these pit zips here. So you can air out when you're walking in. And then with the kit link system here, let me get this other side. Okay, now I got it. My range of motion is not that great. So, but then, as I said, you can put it into that pocket here through the kit link system on the jacket. Really, I could do without it. It's not something I think is something that's really that important. Now, if you're a saddle hunter like me, sometimes you might want to put your hands in there to keep warm if you don't want to have gloves on and have a setup like this, especially on a day where you don't have a lot of wind or any kind of rain. You can sit there and be comfortable just like this. So that is a feature, whether you like it or not, it's there. So that covers that. Of course, there's a tree harness, safety harness port in the back. So you have all those features. You have the quiet soft shell, as I talked about. You have wind resistance, water resistance, odor control, breathability, all these things in this, and made to be exceptionally quiet. So with all that in mind, I definitely am going to be using this in the upcoming season. I think it's a great setup. Or things that they could improve on this. Yeah, obviously there's one or two things that I think they could. And overall, for the money, you're getting a great system. And did I mention that the Spectre camouflage here is a 100% deer vision optimized camouflage that is multifunctional. I think it's one of the most multifunctional camouflages there are. It can take you through the whitetail season from beginning to end and through turkey season as well. So you can wear this all year long and not have to buy anything else. And it gets a lot of miles out of this stuff. So once again, highly recommend. Great job, First Lite. And if you like it, let me know in the comments. If you have any questions, get down in the comments, let me know. Hit that like button, hit subscribe. Love to have you back for more videos, and I will see you next time.